Learning time. So today's lesson is the surface area of a triangular prism. Triangular prism. So prism means that it has a flat side in the front and it has a flat side in the back. And since it is a triangular prism, it is a flat triangle in the front and a flat triangle in the back. Let me actually demonstrate that for you. So these little dotted lines, we'll just pretend is like our ability to see through it. So if I can see through this, solid object, and you can see that the back side of this is a triangle. Maybe I can find like a little 3D model. I don't have it spin right here. But once again, I made terribly small numbers, so I will replace those with numbers you can see on the camera. And put this one over here now. Much better. Okay, so the measurements of my triangle. We did on Friday, we asked how to find the area of a triangle. Just a triangle, it is base times height divided by 2. There's 2 steps in order to find the surface area of a triangle. It is the area of a triangle. Understand? Area of a triangle, times 2. That's step number 1. Area of a triangle times 2. Now, when we get to the actual math multiplication part, I'll show you a step. It makes it easier. Step 2. Now, what I want you to understand is we are finding the area of this rectangle, the area of the bottom rectangle, the area of the back rectangle. Now, area of a rectangle, base times height. All of the rectangles, this rectangle, that rectangle, the rectangle in the back, they all have the same length. And if all 3 numbers are going to be multiplied by the same number, you don't have to individually multiply them. Okay? Step 2. Step 2. Add all sides of the triangle. Because all 3 sides are being multiplied by the same thing, just add all 3 sides of the triangle. Okay? Now, bottom side of the triangle is a 3. Left side of the triangle is a 4. The slanted side's a 5. So, 5 plus 4 plus 3. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. So what we have here is 12. Okay? 12. Step 3. You take all those sides. You take the number you just found, the 12. The 12 you just found, and you multiply that by its length. Okay? Instead of doing each one individually, you can do them all together at the same time. Yeah. So we have 12 times 7. Okay? What is 12 times 7? I'm going to wait for you while I pretend that I'm not looking at a calculator right now because, I'm smart. 84. Okay? Okay, so I did step 2 right here. I'm going to go back and do step 1 because I want to show you that trick I did. I got a little ahead of myself with step 2. Okay, so step 1. Area of the triangle times 2. So, let's think it over. Area of the triangle. If we need to go by steps, we'll go by steps. Area of a triangle, 1/2 base times height. Base, 3 times height, 4. So 3 times 4, 12. Half of 12, 6. Okay, so let me write this up here. Base times height divided by 2. I'm sorry if you can't see that too well, but you saw this formula on Friday. Okay? Base times height divided by 2. So 4 times 3, 12, divided by 2 is 6. Now here's the kicker. Area of the triangle, 6 times 2, 12. We're back to that previous step. So if you think about it, this dividing by 2 and this multiplying by 2 cancel each other out. So all you need to do is base times height. Base times height. So that gives us 12. We have step 1. We have step 2. Mr. Nugent. Donde? Step 3. I'm going to erase this 3 so I have room. Step 3 is merely adding those 2 numbers together. 84 plus 12. 84 plus 12. 4 plus 2 is 6. Oh, I'm going to miss it on camera. 6. 8 plus 1 is 9. Final answer. 96. And yes, if I were to be exactly exact, I'm going to say we'll use feet. This was feet. It should be 96 feet. Now, question, squared or cubed? I am dealing with a three-dimensional object, a prism. But I'm dealing with the two-dimensional parts of it. I'm not dealing with the full three-dimensional object. So it is 96 feet squared. Okay? A couple of steps, not that hard. Most important part is here to know that, dividing by 2 and multiplying by 2 just cancel each other out. So just do base times height. Base times height. And then this part that I erased is probably the most important. Add all the sides, multiply by the length. Okay? Longer video, but it's important. Same thing tomorrow, so maybe I'll run through it faster tomorrow. Also, I'll angle the camera down more so that I can get more of the board in. Way to think of that, 6 minutes after you hit the start button, Mr. Nugent.